Milestone episode 10. We're back at it again with another video, Rhody Wrestling Recap. Let's get into it.
Damn. Have some energy to it. Couldn't have sounded more bored. Jesus.
I'm tired,
Episode
man.
10.
I just woke up.
Alright, well, welcome everybody to episode 10. This is, as he said, a milestone episode for us. Double digits. Let's get into it. So we start on Smackdown with The Rock coming out. His new Titantron, new music, which that shit is fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that every time.
When I saw it, I saw like a 30-second clip of it. I didn't hear the entire thing. It is the fucking 2003 shit. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
I just heard like, I don't know, 10 seconds of it.
Yeah, you heard the beginning where it transitions.
Yeah, I was like, this shit is garbage.
Yeah, this kid tried... Oh, did my camera freeze? Oh, no.
Frozen Hayden.
Hold on. I'm fixing it. Oh, no. Now it's not going to turn back on. That's not ideal. Oh, here we go.
You got this.
Oh, here we go. All right. That hasn't happened in a while. It's been happening a couple times today, but it hasn't happened in a while, so hopefully it doesn't keep happening. Anyway, well, those of you listening to the audio version, my camera froze. Sorry. Don't even know if anybody actually listens on those, but anyway. Yeah, Rock comes out, new Titantron, his new music. Shit's fire. This kid tried saying it was trash. I had to defend it. Now he realizes it's actually good music because it's his 2003 Hollywood Rock theme.
Yeah, I literally just heard the transition and I was like, this is probably the worst
even
thing
that
I've
transition
ever heard.
like fire. I don't know what you were thinking.
No, that shit was ass.
Nah, that transition's fire. You're on some drugs.
I don't like it.
But yeah, so he comes out and he starts by saying, usually he would come in, he would scorch every city that they're in, but it was different because they were in Memphis, Tennessee, which is where he started, where he got his start, which was in Memphis. So he does the whole, finally the Rock has come back, and the crowd says, to Memphis, but then he says home, because to him that is one of his, homes away from homes.
For sure.
Or homes away from home. And then and I could tell what was gonna happen as soon as they showed the ring, because I saw the stand with the microphone and I'm like, oh, this man's about to sing. I was like, yo, I haven't had one of these in a while. But I was super excited because I knew it was gonna be hilarious.
I was at a fucking concert, so I didn't even see any of Smackdown.
Yeah, you missed a good time because it was. Now this went on, so he did get like 30 minutes of Smackdown. So
he had 30 minutes?
First half hour. He had like the whole first half hour.
Damn.
It was like 8:25, 26 by the time he wrapped up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so he had almost the whole first half hour. It was great. It was really, really funny. He starts to go into it. Oh, it froze again, bro?
This guy's camera sucks.
Oh, it's my phone. So he just talks some trash at first, about Cody and Seth. But he's doing this while singing, and I forget exactly what the words were at first. But says he's gonna beat Cody. He's gonna calls Seth a clown again. The walking clown emoji, which I think is a little overused. It's not really that funny.
It was funny at first.
Yeah, but now he just keeps saying walking clown emoji. It's like, all right, like.
I mean, he's
you're
not
like
wrong.
60 years. I mean, no, but I mean, when you keep saying it and you're like 60 years old, it's just.
Dude's literally just trying to be the Joker. That's literally his character.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be a knockoff Joker.
I could see it. I miss the old Seth. Seth
Mid
so, yeah.
Rollins.
Like Architect Seth was like, as much as I hated him, I would take that character back in a heartbeat because I'm so sick of this fucking laughing, cackling.
He's so annoying.
Overhyped. Oh, absolutely. You ever wonder if maybe that's why nobody watches us? Because we talk shit about the people that everybody likes?
Maybe.
Because we don't like them.
I mean, Drew McIntyre's annoying. With his same fucking story he's had for 4 years. Seth Rollins been annoying with the same character he's had for 4 years.
I'm still not on the Drew McIntyre train, but I don't hate him as much as I did when all he was doing was bitching and complaining about not getting a shot.
I think he's still doing the same thing.
Kind of, but I think I only slightly kind of like him a little more because he's fighting Seth. I think that's all it is. It's like he's fighting Seth, so I kind of support him a little bit. But like, I still don't like.
We shit on Cody. He needs a
change of character. Like,
yeah, he does need a change of character. He's very
like once he wins the title, he just needs to turn into that like alpha male. Like
for sure.
This is my shit.
We shit on Cody Rhodes because he says the same thing every single week.
But then changes what that means when it's convenient for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because originally the story was beating Roman. Then the story was taking everything from Roman. Now the story is winning the title for his mom, like, and his family. Like, which one is it, dog?
Yeah. He's all over the place.
He's backpedaling for oh my god! He's backpedaling for an excuse. So when he loses, he doesn't have to blame it on himself.
For sure.
Or he can just say, I let some people down. I didn't... Because he's losing. He's not winning. I'm sorry, he's not winning at WrestleMania.
I don't know.
I think they're really hyping it up, but I don't think he's going to win at WrestleMania.
I really hope he wins and Damian Priest cashes in. I say that every fucking episode, but like...
You do. I think you've said it the last 3 now.
That would be amazing.
I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to really see another WrestleMania cash-in because I think Seth doing it was super special. It had never been done before, and it's like I don't think they kind of want to... Now, it's been 9 years, so is the time frame there? Yeah, but I don't think they want to do that again. I think they kind of want that moment to sit in history.
For sure.
But anyway, back to SmackDown. So I looked up, what The Rock was saying here. So he goes into singing the song, and now I'm not gonna sing, but he said, "The Rock is gonna come lay the smackdown on your blonde Cody ass and your best friend the clown. I'm going to whoop that ass and break that back, or maybe I'll just beat you with my fanny pack." And up on the jumbotron, it showed the picture. The picture.
Oh,
of the
black
turtleneck with the food.
Yeah.
So that he showed that up. It's gonna be so much drama. You'll truly have no choice but to cry to your mama, Cody's mama. Rock is a mama's boy. And then he goes into the story about how Cody was born, and how he calls Cody a mistake. Because, they're the whole, 20 years, or it's 15, 16 years, I think I just looked it up.
Yeah.
And he said that Dusty realized that drugs and bad condoms were not a great combination, and really calling Cody a mistake here. And then he kind of transitions into Seth Rollins, and how he says that Becky Lynch is more popular than him, and that Seth is an embarrassment.
For sure.
And
100%.
Some other things, and how he's gonna make that title disappear, and he does the whole Thanos snap, which was kind of funny in a way.
The Rock just spitting straight facts here.
Pretty much. And then he starts to call or make fun of the Cody crybabies. I forget exactly what he said at the end, but it was funny. And then he called himself the final boss, which I thought was interesting.
You're frozen. Hello?
What is going on? This hasn't happened in ever it used to happen a lot, but it hasn't happened in a while, and now it's just happening a ton today. But yeah, so he called himself the final boss, and I was kind of like interested by that, and I didn't know. I would have assumed Roman was the final boss because Roman's the one that's fighting Cody night 2.
Yeah.
So I'm interested by what that means.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what he's talking about being the final boss.
Does that give away that Rock and Roman are winning night 1?
Probably.
And then, like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like
The Rock is going to whip him with his belt.
Yeah, oh, I left that part out. So, after he finished singing, right? I could have just gone right into that because we were talking about the end of the song. But he, then he starts talking to Cody's mom. And he's like, oh, I know you're watching. And he's saying how Cody wants to bring home the belt and all that, or hand you the belt or whatever, but you're not going to get the WWE belt, you're going to get the Rock's belt. And he's like, it's going to look something like this, and he pulls like one of those weightlifting, you know how Cody has the belt that he wears? Well, the Rock has his own. He's like, it's going to look like this. He's like, but I'm going to beat your son with it. It's going to have his flesh and blood all over. I forget exactly how he said it. But, he said that's the belt that you're going to get, pretty much. I was like, dang.
And he's going to whisper into his mom's ear.
Yeah, I forget what he said right there.
He said the Maui fucking...
Oh, yeah. What can I say?
Except you're welcome.
No.
I was like,
I
bruh.
thought that was funny. Because they've really made... I feel like they've really made fun of the whole Moana thing. I feel like they've kept bringing in, like, quirky little lines about that.
Yeah.
I forget. One of the two used that line a couple weeks ago. And then I remember Becky had said she had to explain to her daughter why her daddy wants to fight Moana or whatever. Or Maui.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know. That was funny. But yeah, so that literally took up, like, the whole first half hour of SmackDown.
The Rock is a goat.
Like I said.
The Rock knows how to cut a fucking promo, let me tell you that.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so here's what The Rock had said right after he was singing. So he said, she doesn't know The Rock, but she will. He tells her that her son Cody took something from him, the WrestleMania main event.
Yo.
And he will make Cody, his family, and her pay. WrestleMania Night 1, they're going to beat Cody and Seth. That brings them to Night 2, Bloodline rules, obviously, with the stipulations. The belt will... So he has officially confirmed that he's going to do everything in his power to keep the belt around Roman's waist. I know a lot of people have been speculating from a couple weeks ago when the camera turned and he pointed, and it looked like he pointed at Roman to make sure he walked out a loser. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that. And he was pointing at Roman.
It looked, obviously with the camera angle, it did look like it, but here he officially confirmed. God.
Yeah, you might just need to use your laptop camera.
But he, officially confirms that, he's going to do everything he can, keep the title around Roman's waist. So,
yeah,
that we kind of know. So, Cody's mom is going to get a belt, but it's going to be the Rock's belt, the weightlifting belt or whatever.
Yeah.
And as he pulls it out, the crowd starts chanting, "Whoop that trick," which I thought was funny.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so I guess the crowd kind of understood what he was already going to say.
Yeah.
So, because he was going to whoop him with it, or whip him with it. So.
Yeah.
He says he's going to take the belt, beat Cody with it, going to whoop him like a dog. Cody's blood is going to be on that belt, and after that, The Rock's going to give it to her. And then the whole, "what can I say except you're welcome," and then the Rocky chants. And then he goes, if you smell what the final boss is cooking, which that was fire. Again, he calls himself the final boss, which I'm really interested to kind of see how they play into that. Because, again, to me, I would have thought Roman was the final boss.
For sure. Roman is the final boss.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking, since he's
but
the one...
Why would The Rock call himself that, though?
I don't know. I do not know.
That makes no sense.
That's why there's a... I'm speculating that I think they win night 1, and The Rock plays a big role in night 2.
For sure.
Maybe. I don't know. But... So, that wraps up. Our first real match of the night is Angel and Humberto versus Joaquin. Is it Joaquin or Joaquin?
Yeah. I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
I'm just gonna say I think it's Joaquin. I don't know. It's Spanish. I don't.
Joaquin Wild.
So him and Cruz del Toro. So that match happens. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember a lot of it. But Legado del Fantasma does win that match. And they've looked really, really good over the last couple of weeks. I'm surprised that they haven't been in any sort of qualifier for the tag titles. Because it seems like they're really putting them over, but they're not getting this shot.
Imagine if fucking... Oh my god. Imagine if LWO and Legado del Fantasma take the last 2 spots.
Can't see that happening. But it's weird that we haven't really heard anything else about those last 2 spots. But then again, I mean, we didn't really hear anything ahead of time of who the matches would be until they announced it. So, I mean, they kind of just go night by night and saying, okay, these are the qualifiers tonight. So it's like,
I think it's happening.
Oh, I do too.
100%.
If I know what you mean of who was at Raw.
Yes, sir.
For no reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's
going to happen again, especially because their contracts are up. I don't know, because I don't. Yeah, I don't
think Jeff goes back after what happened.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was just about to say, because like.
Isn't he on concussion protocol right now?
I don't know, but if that, but like also his history. And why he lost his job with WWE the last time.
Yeah, for sure.
It just seems like he can't figure himself out. And he can't get out of that headspace.
Which is unfortunate, because a lot of people go through that.
Yeah, but it sucks, because like a lot of people love the Hardys, especially Jeff. I don't know. If they bring him back again, it could be cool, but maybe, with Triple H at the helm this time, maybe they say, come back, but, maybe Jeff has to get the help, or they give Jeff, because I can see Triple H and Vince, I can see Vince telling him, suck it up, whereas I can see Hunter saying, here's the help that you need.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Vince is, I feel like he was always stuck in that old school, suck it up,
Yeah.
Speaking of... I really don't want to say his name. Did you hear, and I'm sorry I'm getting away from SmackDown, what Undertaker said?
No, I did not.
Him and Sting were never a match because Vince didn't want it. Are you fucking kidding me?
So instead we got a mid-overbooked fucking mess between Triple H and Sting.
Yep. Which, I mean, that was cool too at the same time, because it was kind of a throwback to the whole NWO and WWF at the time, or was that no? I don't remember. Anyway, but that was cool, but it wasn't at the same time. It's come on.
We should have had the Undertaker and Sting.
I would have loved a whole Undertaker-Sting battle.
Instead, who did we get? Or the Undertaker didn't have a match that year. Or did he face Bray Wyatt?
No, that was Undertaker.
That was 33.
That was 31.
Bray?
Who did Undertaker? No, Undertaker fought at 31. I remember because it was still bright as hell out when he made his entrance. Oh, who did he fight?
I don't remember.
Neither do I. I'm looking it up. If I could spell. Sorry. Oh, no, he did fight Bray at 31.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yo, WrestleMania 31 was low-key, like, super, I feel like, underrated. Like, am I tripping?
It was kind of ass.
Come on, guy.
John Cena and Rusev was pretty good.
Dude, Rusev's entrance was sick.
Sting,
coming out in the fucking tank.
Sting and Triple H was overbooked. I didn't like it.
Having Sting and having that match and the Undertaker match while it's still bright out was a mistake.
For sure.
Because there are two... You have Sting and Undertaker who have very dark-themed entrances.
3. Bray Wyatt.
What's the... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have those 3 entrances that are very dark-themed, and they just didn't hit right because it was sunny as hell out still.
For sure.
And I get it. You're in California. You know, it's earlier. It was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon there, so I get your struggle. But, oh, could you imagine that, having to get to WrestleMania for 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
Oof.
In California?
Oof.
Anyway, back to SmackDown. So we get a little, like, promo type interview thing. Kayla is at the entrance ramp.
You got this.
And LA Knight comes out. And he calls AJ Styles out again, but, you know, obviously he doesn't show up. And he calls AJ Napoleon style. Which I don't know if I understood that. I think he explained it, but he talked a lot of crap about how AJ could fly all the way to Australia just to mess with him, just to fuck with him, but can't drive to Memphis, which I think AJ Styles is from Tennessee. I could be wrong. AJ...
I'm trying to remember, but I don't remember. Knoxville, maybe?
Oh, no, he's from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's from North Carolina. So,
dude really flew across the entire world just to
hit him with a chair.
Styles clash him onto a chair.
Yep. But then he tells AJ, hey, if you don't want to show up at... Camera. Gotta fix it. If he doesn't want to show up at SmackDown, challenge him to a match at WrestleMania. And then AJ Styles does come out, hits him with a chair, and then accepts his challenge at WrestleMania. So we are getting LA Knight versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. How do we feel?
I think that's going to be a banger. I'm just not excited for it.
I don't think it has... It's like one of those... Oh, my God.
It's one of those, like, why?
Not that it's really why, because, like, you're getting 2 guys on the card, which is, like, I like the effort of getting people on the card, but to me, it's not for anything.
AJ Styles is washed, and
like,
LA Knight is fading out.
I wouldn't say LA Knight's fading out. I think he's still got some popularity. I think he's still over with the crowd, and I think he's still there. I
but
told
not
you,
as much.
No, and I told you having him lose to Roman Reigns this early on was going to kill his flow. I said it. I knew it was going to happen. Because how do you book the guy to the very top, have him lose, then what do you do? And I knew this was going to happen. I knew they were going to kill everything he had going.
Yep.
And that's essentially what happened. Because what do you do with him? Because you had him face Roman twice.
Yep.
He loses both times. And you literally had him at the top of your card. Now what? Because anything lower makes him feel less valued, which he has. He has not been the LA Knight that...
For sure.
We were used to.
Yep.
So... The LA Knight hype is definitely down, but I think it's still there because he's still getting those massive pops. The crowd is still behind him. It's just he's not getting the value that he was getting.
For sure.
So that's that. LA Knight and AJ Styles, I guess, will be a cool match. Again, it's not for anything. It's just
I think it opens night one.
It's going to be one of those show openers, yeah, that no one's going to really... Like, if you miss it, okay. Like, if you're out tailgating and you don't get it, or you're in the stadium and you're getting food or something, like, okay.
For sure.
So, then last week, or not last week, then they show the clip of Logan Paul on Smackdown and Randy Orton showing up, hitting KSI with an RKO. So, Logan goes to Nick Aldis and asks him, oh, what's the plan for Orton? You know, is he getting fined? Or then Logan's like, you know, Orton should apologize. So Aldis is like, oh, you want an apology? Why don't you go get it yourself? Go get that apology from Randy Orton in person. Go ahead.
I don't know what happened.
You know, so then Logan says to him, he's like, that's your job, but I don't expect you to do your job when you can't even find him an opponent for WrestleMania.
I feel like a viewer right now. Because I have no idea what the fuck happened on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you didn't watch it. Yeah, so, you know, by the end of the night, he did get a WrestleMania opponent, or opponents. Okay. So, that happens. So then that goes to commercial, comes back, goes backstage. Paul, Solo, and Jimmy. Kayla stops them, and for some reason there's this weird thing between Kayla and Paul, and he like screamed when she popped up. But she asks them about, you know, Jay's challenge to Jimmy, and that he immediately like yells in, and you know that Jay's the little brother, that he raised him, and that he accepts the challenge. And then that was it. So Jimmy Jay, it doesn't feel as pointless as LA and AJ.
For sure.
But I was hoping that it would be more than just a regular match.
Tribal combat.
Like I was hoping for more of like a street fight, or like, you know, a no holds barred, no disqualification.
I'm happy for them.
Anything goes.
Because this is both of their dream match.
Yeah,
but
Jay
both
has to
wanted
win.
To face each other at Mania.
But Jay has to win, right?
I think Jimmy wins.
I think Jimmy
wins. I think Jimmy wins.
If Jimmy wins, Jay is done. That's the problem.
I think Jimmy wins, and Jay maybe forms back the Usos.
See, I don't know. See, I was going to say Jay wins, kind of talks to his brother at the end, and, like, helps him, Jimmy suddenly realizes something, and, you know, maybe that plays into effect of events later on in the night, because I don't know if they confirmed what night that's going to be on, but...
I don't think they did either.
I don't know.
I don't think they confirmed anything except for the tag team and the World Heavyweight and the Universal.
Yeah, I don't think they've confirmed nights for anything else. I could be wrong. Oh my god.
You got this.
But so yeah, that was kind of it. I don't really know. I guess it's one of those that could go either way. I don't know.
I kind of want Jimmy to win. because
Yeah, but
he's so like he kind of needs it.
I think if Jimmy wins, you run into the same problem that WWE is in with LA Knight.
For sure.
Because Jay has been pushed as main event Jey Uso, but he hasn't done anything.
For sure.
Now, well, I can't say that.
He's...
Because he has, but Jimmy keeps screwing him.
Yep.
So, maybe this is Jay's revenge, and he's able to, Jimmy can't screw him out of winning because it's Jay versus Jimmy, so it's like... I don't know. I really don't know.
You think we got bloodline interference during
100%.
that match?
100%. It's a bloodline's already involved because it's Jimmy, so Solo's gonna come out, at least Solo. I could see Cody coming. One of them coming out that's been backing Jay while he's been there.
Now let me ask you about the World Heavyweight Championship match. Bloodline? You think Bloodline interferes?
I don't know. Because, it has nothing to do with them, but, I don't know. I can't, and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I don't see them getting involved in that match.
I think they could, will.
But right now I'm going to say no until maybe they show some sort of, I know Seth has been obsessed with the bloodline. And obviously, Seth is fighting the bloodline night one. So maybe, I don't know.
Alright. I just wanted your thoughts on that.
Okay. So then we get Randy Orton versus Grayson Waller. From what I remember, I think that match was actually half decent, if I remember correctly. I think there was a point where Randy was pretty much about to win, and then Theory got involved. Yeah, he went to go for the RKO, but Theory ended up pulling Waller to the outside. But then Orton grabbed Austin Theory, hit him with the spike DDT or whatever they call it, and Orton does end up, hitting him with the RKO, winning the match. And Logan Paul was a guest commentary. So,
Logan Paul on commentary is fucking hilarious.
I don't know. He's kind of I don't like Logan Paul. You know that. So I just think he's annoying.
Same thing with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens on commentary is fucking gold.
Oh, Kevin Owens on commentary is hilarious. I hope that when he retires, he goes to commentary.
Yeah, I could see that. CM Punk? Dude. CM Punk and Kevin Owens on commentary
after he retires would be funny.
CM Punk and Kevin Owens on commentary together?
Oh my god, the two of them would be hilarious.
That would go crazy.
Dude, they would be hilarious. I think the two of them would compare to Pat McAfee and Michael Cole together.
For sure.
Because the two of McAfee and Cole just click. They're great.
Yeah, for sure.
Pat McAfee's a natural.
Pat McAfee is so funny.
Oh, he's hilarious. I love Pat McAfee being back full time. Okay.
Kid just liked himself.
I'm not even touching my laptop, so I don't even know why that happened. Let's see. So yeah, Randy Orton wins. So this is where we get the confirmation for WrestleMania. So Austin Theory goes to attack Orton after the match. I don't think that ended up working out. It does at first. So Theory ends up holding Orton for can't talk. Sorry.
You got this.
Has Logan Paul come into the ring. So Logan Paul standing there right in front of him, kissed Randy Orton on the forehead, which I thought that was weird. But then Kevin Owens comes out to the ring and starts fighting. So they're going back and forth. So think this is where Orton's fighting them, and Owens, like I said, he comes in and helps, and Orton actually almost RKO's Kevin Owens. He's like, "Yo, what the hell?" Like, he pushes him off, thankfully, because again, he didn't know it was him. But then Theory slides back into the ring, gets hit. Now this is where we all know that Theory is a great seller. Takes the stunner, hops up, and Orton RKO's him as he's in the air.
Dude, I don't know how he gets so much ups.
I don't understand. I don't understand how he does it.
He jumped like fucking 4 feet.
Dude, he gets so much air. I don't understand. Like, this man literally jumps, and this man could jump to the moon. I'm pretty sure.
He could jump over.
If he really tried. Like, he's crazy.
Easily.
So then Nick
without
Aldis
even a
comes
running
out.
start.
Oh no, he could literally just jump and. Oh my god. Yo, can you lay down? Can you stop moving? Anyway, so after that, Nick Aldis comes out.
My bed's
Not
right
you.
there. Oh.
He asked Logan if he was able to get that apology from Orton. Obviously not. And Nick says that he has determined Logan's opponent for WrestleMania. Aldis announces that Logan Paul will defend his United States Championship against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a triple threat at WrestleMania. And then Logan goes into this. He was backstage at one point. He's like, "Oh, this has got to be illegal. I'm gonna contact my lawyer." Like, how is that? Like, dude, you're so annoying. I can't stand. I literally cannot stand Logan Paul.
Who wins that?
I don't know. I can't see Randy Orton winning a U.S. title at this point in his career.
Think Kevin Owens gets another run?
Probably.
Or you think Logan retains?
No, I don't think... I think Logan is the one person that's not going to walk out with the title. I could be wrong. He could dominate the entire match and it could be a squash fest. I don't know. But
not gonna happen.
No, because you're not gonna have. I don't think Randy Orton is like John Cena, who he's just around to put everybody over. Come on,
dude, fix your camera.
But yeah, I don't think Randy is pulling a Cena where he's just around to put people over. We've seen, Randy get fucked over because of Logan, so I can't see. I don't know. I think Randy would be the right winner because I feel like there's more of the feud there between Logan and Randy. Kevin is just the Theory Waller feud.
I don't want a mid-card Orton run.
That's the thing. Like, you really we're gonna put a mid-card title on Randy Orton at this point in his career? Like, ugh.
Let him catch up to Cena and Flair. He deserves it.
Right behind him, he's what, 14 time?
He deserves it.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think WWE looks at Orton the same level as John Cena. Like, I don't think when Randy Orton retires, they're gonna call him the greatest of all time, and they're gonna give him this fantasy run. And even though it has not been a fantasy run, because every time Cena steps in the ring, he gets his ass kicked. Which is unfortunate because I grew up loving John Cena, and now I'm watching him at the end of his career, and he's just constantly getting his ass kicked. Sucks. Anyway, Kayla Braxton is.
Fix your camera, bro.
I might just have to switch cameras for the day. Come on. Alright. So Kayla's then backstage with Damage Control. Dakota tells her that she's going to break Bayley, and anyone who feels sorry for Bayley have lost their mind. And she says in order for Damage Control to grow even stronger, that they had to pretty much cut her loose, and that they're there to run the show. So, I guess. I don't know. So then we get Santos Escobar versus Dragon Lee. Don't remember much from that, but Santos ends up winning. Again, Legado del Fantasma has been getting put over, but feels like they're not getting that title. They're not getting in that title match at WrestleMania, so...
I think they might be one of the teams that join it.
Maybe.
Even your laptop camera is freezing.
I'm still on my phone camera. I haven't switched.
Wow.
But then after the match, Legado comes out and attacks Dragon Lee. Carlito comes out. He starts helping out. And then Rey comes out. And he ends up hitting Escobar, throwing Santos out. He goes to go for the 619, but Santos rolls out. So then Rey grabs a mic, and then he challenges Santos to a match next week. So I guess we're getting that next week too, which cool, I guess. Another commercial, and then we get Pretty Deadly against New Catch Republic.
Really do.
Is this a... What?
What kind of match is that?
Was that part of the... Oh my god. I don't remember if this...
Dude. Hello?
I'm here. I don't remember if this is a qualifier match. I don't think it was.
No, the qualifiers started on Raw, and they continue this week.
I thought they started on SmackDown.
Nope.
Because there's already 4 teams. Yeah, because there were 2 from this past week and then 2 from SmackDown. There's already 4 teams. I thought.
Well, Judgment Day was 1 already.
Oh, obvious. Oh, there's... Yeah, that's true. Hold on. I'm going to look up... I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember anything from this match either. New Catch Republic wins. Feel like they've been also getting kind of put over and haven't done much.
Guess we're not seeing Hayden for the rest of the episode.
What do you mean? My camera's on.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. My camera's on, dude.
No, it's not.
Alright, well, let me turn it off and turn it back on. Now am I here?
Yes.
I was going to say, my camera was on. That's crazy. So then we get Bayley versus Dakota Kai. Obviously, Damage Control. And I don't know what it... Oh, you've got to be... Technicalities episode, obviously. Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
144p looking ass.
Whoa! That was not cool.
144p having ass.
Dude, this camera's on my laptop. Whoa! Even now, my phone camera's laggy as hell. That's not good. Yo, what's wrong with you? Anyway, Bayley versus Dakota Kai. Gonna be honest, can't tell you much from that either. I can tell. I do remember the end. Bayley did win by disqualification, because the rest of Damage Control did get involved.
Of course they did.
And I don't know what it is, but I have such a hard time. And again, I don't know, but like watching the rest of Damage Control fight, like I can't take them. I can't take them serious because the way they fight looks so like they're trying to over fake it. I don't know what it is.
Who are you calling out here?
Like I said, the rest of Damage Control.
All of them?
Yes, all of them.
Even EO?
Yes.
Bro. You're tripping.
I think Kairi Sane is the worst.
For sure.
For sure, she's the worst. Like, she'll kick somebody, but she looks like when a kid just tries to, like, step stomp on an ant, and they're like, like, she's so unserious. They're all so unserious, especially like during the entrances, and they're all like screaming and doing these weird like, like, what are you doing? Oh, was that Smackdown? Oh, I think that was the end of Smackdown. So yeah, that was Smackdown for you. So that was cool.
Then we had a mid-ass Raw.
Raw wasn't as bad as it has been. I felt like this one was actually pretty decent. So at the beginning, it starts with Cody with his stupid fucking dog. And the dog's wearing like a little bandana around its neck that says "Rock is a cat," which I was like, okay. So Jay comes out. So the show starts with Jay coming out. And Michael Cole even mentioned how it seems like every once in a while we get these brothers versus brothers match.
Every 15
so
years.
It was first it was Brett and Owen.
Oh, I didn't even fucking realize that. They mentioned Matt and Jeff.
Yeah. Because Matt and Jeff at 25.
I didn't even fucking realize that.
So it was Brett and Owen at 10, Matt and Jeff at 25, and then now the Usos at 40. So every 15 years it seems like. So and I'll see you in 15 years when there's some random, probably the Creed brothers may be fighting. I don't know.
Oof.
They looked
they
fucking
were
good
insane.
versus DIY.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They looked good.
That was a really good match.
Oh, it was really good. So Jay welcomes everyone to the show, says he knows the Bloodline is in the building, so he calls them out. So they come out. Crowd goes into the Yeet chant. So Jimmy and Jay are now face to face, yada yada yada. But Jay says, I miss you. This time feels a little different, regardless of everything that we've been through, the bad blood. Jay obviously says, I don't talk to you. I don't ride with you. I don't see you. And he's like, Jimmy, come back. And then Jimmy making that insane fucking face that he always seems to have now. He goes, I never left you. I've protected you.
I got
It was
chills.
your idea to leave. It was your idea to leave the Bloodline. And he's been helping him because he's his brother, yada yada. And he called Jay out. He's like, you left, and you go on to become the biggest superstar on the roster, the top merch seller, and you even became the tag team champs without me. And then he's like, thank you, Cody Rhodes. And but he says to Jay, he's like, that you forgot about him, and that everything that Jay's accomplished is because of Jimmy himself, which I don't necessarily really agree with that, you son of a bitch. And he tells Jay that the biggest moment of his career is because of him, and Jay says that the biggest moment of his career is his dream match, which is against Jimmy, at WrestleMania 40, and he says when he knocks the yeet off his ass. And then they start fighting. Jay hits Jimmy, Solo gets involved, but Jay knocks him down quick. And then, the numbers game kind of comes into effect. But then Cody comes out and
hits Solo with a
Jimmy
Cody
and
cutter.
Solo. Yeah, that Cody cutter was kind of clean, but he kind of flopped, too. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, for sure.
So that happened. Then Cody checks on Jay, and then Jay's music hits, and that's kind of the end of that. And then they talk multiple times throughout the night. They talked about the last woman standing match. They just kept bringing it up every time there was a gap. So then
was that match good?
They show. It was okay.
I went to bed.
It was good. It was better than I was expecting. I hope Nia Jax is still alive. No one's confirmed it.
Why? What happened?
I'm pretty sure she... Oh, fucking Becky, so she was, leaned over on the announce table, and there was a ladder set up, and Becky jumped off it and leg dropped Nia through it. And then the entire time, Nia did not move.
Oof.
And then even at the end, Rhea had come out and got in Becky's face, and Nia still, like, no you didn't see her move or anything. I thought she died. I even tweeted out, I was like, for anyone at Raw, is Nia alive? No one answered, obviously, because I'm not like that on Twitter. But, oh well. So then it cuts to Adam Pearce on the phone with Nick Aldis saying, oh, control your roster, whatever. But then Paul Heyman comes up, apologizes to Pearce, he's like, I didn't approve that. The Rock didn't approve that. The Tribal Chief didn't approve that. It was not authorized. Then there were flight delays all day. I don't know what that had to do with anything. But he says, Jimmy and Solo, they're gone. They're out of your arena for the night. You ain't got to worry about them. He's like, you don't believe me? Go find them. Send a search team. Go find them. They're not here. He's like, I have business to deal with, and then I'm going to leave. And you won't have to worry about me being here. And I'll do my business. Oh my God.
The technical difficulty episode.
He's like, I got business to take care of. Then I'm gone. But on my business, everyone's going to be caught off guard. And he says to Pearce, it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. So then we go to the DIY versus Creed Brothers match.
Amazing.
That was probably one of my favorite matches of the night.
That was a PLE caliber match.
Oh, 100%.
They put on a fucking show.
I mean, the back and forth was awesome. The things that the Creed brothers are, just how incredibly strong they are. Like, I get they're real wrestlers throughout their careers, but, like, how insane they are is just nuts.
For sure.
Now, Julius is the one with the darker hair, right? I always forget which one is which.
I have no idea.
Because Brutus has the blonde hair, I think. I'm just going to roll with it. If I'm wrong in the comments, just correct me. I can never remember which one is which. There was one point where Julius had Ciampa in the ankle lock, and Gargano comes up, and with one arm, he picks Gargano up.
I remember that. That was fucking
like, what
insane.
The hell? While he still has one arm.
Yeah, that
Ciampa
was crazy.
with the ankle, I was like, and he let go of Ciampa, and he slammed him or whatever. And then Brutus comes in, and they had both the ankle locks locked in. Those got reversed.
I thought that was
into their own holds. I thought it was too.
I thought we were getting the Creeds in the fucking ladder match.
And it was a long match. We actually had multiple commercial breaks through it.
With the same 3 fucking commercials. The same 3 commercials.
Yep.
Every single break.
Well, that's what happens when you watch it when you don't watch it on TV and you watch it like on the streaming service or whatever.
No, I was watching it on TV.
Oh, okay. So I didn't realize it was also the same way.
It was fucking
TV.
bad.
I watch it on Fox Sports, and they always show the same couple of commercials.
The fucking Pizza Hut commercial, the Baja Blast commercial, and the fucking Nerds Gummies commercial.
I don't remember those. Maybe I do. I don't know.
The Nerd Gummy Cluster commercial. The Baja Blast, and the Pizza Hut.
Yep.
Every fucking break.
Every time.
Every break.
Every time. It's like, come on now. Like, can we get some other ads? But yeah, great match. DIY obviously moved on. I couldn't see the Creed brothers winning as much as they showed they deserve it. Just don't think it's their time yet. Whereas DIY has been doing this forever, and they've never even been to WrestleMania.
For sure.
This was their time.
They deserve it.
So
100%.
They won. They're moving on to WrestleMania. They obviously deserve the fight. So they are going to be the ones going to WrestleMania. So, cuts to backstage with Dominic, with Rhea, and Andrade, because there's been this story building with Andrade and the Judgment Day, which I'm hoping that does not happen. I'm already sick of the Judgment Day as it is. I'm ready for that to be over. Rhea says to Andrade that, hey, the Judgment Day is an exclusive club. And then JD pokes his fat fucking head and he's like, very exclusive. And then Finn says, that he heard he has a match, so we'll be watching. And then turns around and big man Damian Priest, who thinks he's the big badass of the WWE, calls Andrade Idolo. And then Andrade calls him Dinero and leaves. I don't know what that means. But then there's the whole, Priest says to JD that he thought he was going to handle Ricochet, go to WrestleMania, but obviously he didn't, as he was eliminated pretty quickly. But he says that he battered Ricochet and he got lucky, but even Rhea was like, you looked like a fool, dude. And that's why Dominic is going to make things right tonight against Ricochet. And then Dominic tells JD to go with him to talk to Pierce and make that match official.
Can we talk about how good Rhea Ripley looked on Monday?
Okay, so.
She looked pretty nice.
I guess.
Better
so then
than
we
usual.
come back from commercial. All right. I'm gonna need the simping to stop there, bud.
I'm a Rhea simp.
Yeah, we know. We know. Yo, whoa. There we go. Computer exposing. I need a new computer. So then we get another graphic showing the Hall of Fame inductees, and they talk about Thunderbolt Patterson, who I don't even know who that is. And they're like, oh yeah, his illustrious career or whatever. I'm like, who? When they had and I know I said this last week because we talked about it. The perfect opportunity was there.
For sure.
You are already inducting his dad and his uncle. It's right there. And you're inducting a guy who nobody knows who that is. Two people, actually. Who the hell is Bull Nakano? Who is that? Listen, I get it. You want to induct a woman as well. Cool. But who is she? You're telling me there's not other women that are more deserving that I've heard of?
For sure.
Now, people are going to watch this back at some point and be like, yo, this guy's fucking dumb. Like, she was the greatest woman wrestler to ever live. I've never heard of her.
Same.
I want to, actually, you know what? We're going to look at who she is because I quite literally do not know who she is. Freaky looking woman, that's for damn sure. Kind of fucking scary looking. So she's Japanese. Couldn't tell you that. I guess Nakano, with that last name, I should have kind of assumed. But she looks like a white lady.
Oh, buddy. It's coming down here.
I'm just saying from the graphic they show, she looks like a white woman.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't
So she like barely...
What?
WWF 94 to 95, WCW 95 to 96.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's it. That's her WWE career.
That's wild.
That's it. Before that, it was a year. She spent a year in a Mexican lucha libre. And before that, she was All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling for 14 years. But her WWE career was 3 years. 94, 95, and 96. That's it.
And she
You mean to tell me there's not a more deserving woman?
Shit.
Are you kidding me? I can probably name 5 right now. I'm not going to because I don't want to feel stupid.
Do it.
No, I'm good.
Do it.
We had plenty of women from the 80s and 90s in WWE or WWF that are more than deserving.
For sure.
Like, hold on. You mean to tell me you can't induct Mickie James?
She's on TNA.
I don't care. They don't clear... WWE already works with TNA, so why does that matter? You gotta induct a woman that was in the not even in the WWE for a year?
Damn. That's crazy.
That's your Hall of Fame Hall of Fame inductee? I'm getting canceled. I'm complaining about women. I'm gonna be called the sexist on YouTube. Oh, well, I'm not. I'm just saying there are more deserving women, not a woman that has spent 2 years in this company.
For sure.
But I'll shut up because you people that are watching care about the recap of the shows. So then we get the Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Candice LeRae is just a bitch.
I hate Candice LeRae.
Like, I think they're gonna build this feud between Indy and Candice because you can see every time Candice acts out, Indy's like, yo, what the hell?
For sure.
Like, she has this look of confusion, like, yeah, it's my tag team partner, but it's like, I don't like that. Last week, it was the Maxine Dupree angle, which you talked about her dead brother, which, first of all, that's fucked up. Like, you don't do that. Now, this week, Katana had tweaked her knee. She was down in the corner. The referee had, like, stopped. I don't know if it was a legitimate injury. It stopped the match. Indy Hartwell was the one in the ring. Candice calls Indy over, tags her, jumps in the ring, and starts attacking Katana, and then goes after her knee and wins the match. But Indy's standing there the whole time, like, dude, what the hell? like, was that necessary? Like, you can just see it on her face, like, she obviously does not support that, and she just doesn't know how to feel.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, it's her tag team partner, but she, like, obviously doesn't like that.
Damn, this is a long ass episode.
Well, I'll try to wrap it up quick because I guess I can kind of just go through the rest.
An
of
hour and
quick.
1 minute. An hour and 2 minutes.
So they show the recap of The Rock singing on Smackdown, insulting Cody and Seth. Back from commercial, Cody comes out. We get his whole promo. He says at WrestleMania he's going to challenge for the undisputed championship against the greatest champion in all of sports, Roman Reigns. And he says on Friday that he and Roman will have a conversation, but there are complications, factors, bunch of bullshit. Cody says The Rock took to Instagram after following his concert last week. He says that, from his Instagram, The Rock referred to himself as our favorite heel. It means he's the bad guy, but Cody has known some heels. Bobby Heenan, Arn Anderson, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, they were all heels. He says he doesn't think The Rock's a heel, he thinks he's an asshole. Which, that means he's a good heel. First of all, you dumbass. So he told The Rock to not cry, but The Rock has been crying. The Rock told Cody not to cry, but The Rock has been crying behind the scenes the whole time. And once they started chanting something else, The Rock went and cried to his friends at the board, telling him that the WWE needed saving. And it was a great PR move for The Rock until it wasn't. He says the people over at TKO are yes people, which is why they said yes to letting The Rock do this. And that they don't tell him like it is, but they will. I'm assuming he meant him and Seth.
Yes.
And then he goes on saying, The Rock's a lot of great things. The Brahma Bull, the great one. Says he's the only person he will get in the ring with and say he's a Mount Rushmore wrestler. But he is a whiny bitch. And he's like, you brought up my mother, but I know your mom. Says The Rock's mom's a wonderful lady, nothing but respect for her. How The Rock was talking about whipping him and handing the belt to his mother. But he goes, normally she wouldn't tremble in front of someone like The Rock. But again, she's not scared of him. This is the same lady that beat up an undercover cop at a Willie Nelson concert, apparently, which that's fucking crazy. He says that Seth helps carry The Rock's company, which I don't know. Oh, the WWE. Okay, that makes sense. Then he goes into talking about the match at WrestleMania. Says, I don't know if it's going to be a fair fight, but he doesn't know if I'm going to finish the story. But what does The Rock know? How can he be so sure? The Rock hasn't been in the ring in years. You know, is he going to bring the great one, or is it just going to be what he called Little Dick Syndrome? And the crowd broke into an LDS chant, which was kind of funny, but it's like, feels like Cody's just not a great insulter. Like, they're kind of just all, it just sounds like a child throwing out insults. Like, when we don't know what real, like, I feel like I told someone they had Little Dick Syndrome when I was like 11 years old. Like, dude, you're almost 40. You can't come up with something better. And then he mentions how The Rock called himself the final boss, but at WrestleMania he doesn't think he's going to be the final boss, that he's just going to be Roman's side chick. Which, I was like, what? And then this is where Paul Heyman comes out. You know, he tells Cody that he must hate... Oh, my God. Hello?
Hi.
My camera? There we go. Paul goes on a bunch of talking and all that, but to get to the point, you know, he brings a message from Roman Reigns, you know, that you can trust, or he said he can think of Heyman as someone that you cannot trust, but Roman is someone of his word. You know, when they go face to face on SmackDown, when they go face to face, there will not be a single member of the bloodline as long as you don't bring anybody with you. If you show up alone, Roman Reigns will show up alone. Cody says deal. You know.
In his grumpy voice. Deal.
But I don't think we're getting
so annoying.
We're not getting a one-on-one face-to-face. You know there's going to be involvement. You know, we saw Seth try to ask Cody if he wanted him to come. We even saw Jay say, hey, do you want me to come with you? But he's like, nope, face-to-face. See. But yeah, that was when Heyman was like, listen, if Roman shows up alone, you have to show up alone. And then there was a little Nia Jax promo, how she's going to be the last woman standing. Again, then we come back from commercial. There was the whole Cody walking backstage, stopped by Jay. Jay says, you know, that he tells Cody he knows he isn't going to SmackDown alone, and he's like, I'm going to come with you. And Cody's like, no, I gave him my word. Like, I'm going alone. But then he's like, know how the bloodline works. If you need me, I'm there. And we get the Dom versus Ricochet match. Couldn't tell you much. I don't remember much about it. Ricochet wins. JD tries to get involved after the match, but Ricochet ends up, like, he did this weird, like, jump off of him where he, like, pushed off and flipped over the ropes and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then Sami Zayn bumps into Gable. Yeah, he, like, landed it and everything. And then we see Sami Zayn and Gable confrontation in the back. You know, Sammy's like, you know, great match, this and that. But then Gable kind of pulls the angle of, like, you can't beat Gunther. Because Sammy was like, oh, you know, this doesn't just mean more to you. Like, I have all these people that want me to do this. And then Gable's like, you can't beat Gunther, though. And he walks away. It's like, you're right, but don't have to be an asshole. Like, neither can you. How many times have you lost to Gunther, buddy?
Like, fucking 10.
I think the only time we saw Gable win was when they had that dark match at the SmackDown week. Oh! Oh! It's the technical difficulties episode. When Gunther hit him with a low blow, and obviously Gable wins because of that, but I think that I don't remember if Gable has another win over him. And then we get the contract signing. Yeah, Zayn signs the contract. Gunther signs the contract. Don't really remember. I mean, there was. I don't think they ended up fighting.
No, they didn't. I would have remembered.
Then there was a backstage segment between DIY, R-Truth, and The Miz. And then they had the match with Awesome Truth versus Indus Sher and Jinder Mahal.
The finish to that match was fucking hilarious.
And then it was kind of cool to see like the Awesome Truth where, because I feel like we haven't seen R-Truth like singing his entrance in a long time, so we finally got to see that. And then like even Miz was on the mic. That was kind of cool. Awesome Truth ended up obviously winning that match, so they're moving on to WrestleMania. I'm telling you, this is where they split the titles now, especially because now we know that Awesome Truth is in the match. I'm telling you, R-Truth is going to climb the ladder, knows he's on Raw, and he's only going to grab the red belts.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
And Matt and Jeff are going to grab the Smackdown. Yes, sir.
He's like, he's going to be like, we're on Raw, to grab the red belts. Or something like, you know that's going to happen. Sami Zayn bumps into Gable again. He's like, why don't you think I can't beat Gunther? Gable goes, it's not just physical, it's mental. Zayn has that, but Gunther's just this whole other level. He's this whole other person. He's a different beast, a different animal. And it seems like they're trying to hype Gunther up as like Brock Lesnar type guy. Like he's just that beast, that untouchable. Like, I don't know, whatever.
Gunther might be my favorite champion right now.
I mean,
he's been my favorite champion for a while.
He's the better mid-card champion. I'll give you that.
I feel like he's the best champion right now.
But yeah, Gable says if Zayn can't change his mentality, then you're not winning. Then they show a video package of Punk working out and recovering. And then I think he confirmed he's going to be at WrestleMania because WrestleMania's in Philadelphia. You can't spell Philadelphia without Phil, which his real name is Phil Brooks. So CM Punk confirmed he's going to be at WrestleMania in some capacity. I don't know if you saw this, but I think the Dudley Boys are going to be there too.
I did not see that.
Bully Ray, or the white one, he tweeted out 4/5/24, which I know that's the day before, so they'll probably be at the event before. But I mean, if they're there, and they're part of that extreme movement for tag teams, I'm just saying. And then you have the Hardys mentioned, and Matt's at Raw. I'm just saying, we could see two of the best tag teams ever as those final two spots in the ladder match.
Yo,
we saw the Dudleys come back years ago to win that coveted 10th title because they're 9-time tag team champions and they couldn't do it. I don't think they do it there. That'd be kind of weird. But it could just still be really awesome and could really hype up the extremeness of a ladder match. Because right now, I think all the guys that are in the match are capable of putting on a great match, but I feel like you just the extremeness of the ladder match without those two teams. If those two teams are in it, and I get it, they're both 20 years older than they were when they were in their prime, but I think they could still put on a great match.
If I see the Hardys or the Dudleys at the Smackdown I go to, I am literally yeeting all over myself.
Okay, Pat. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. When Jey Uso had come out at the beginning, you know how Pat likes doing the whole thing. He had his leg up on a table, and he, tweaked his knee. He's like, I almost tore my ACL yeeting all over myself. I was like, bro... you gotta stop talking like but then so Drew goes to come out, and then Seth cuts him off, and then they have this whole back and forth promo about their match at WrestleMania, and Seth admits that he's a spotlight junkie, and Drew makes fun of him, and he's like, yo, I was being honest, I am a spotlight junkie, I have to be in the spotlight, this is what has made me back, and they go back and forth about that. Then there was he told Seth that he's become a parody of himself, that he doesn't care, and that he just wants him to care about their match at WrestleMania for the world title. Then after a while there was a CM Punk chant, and Drew tells the crowd that Punk will be there next week because they're going to be in Chicago. And he would never show up in Raleigh. The fans boo. And he looks at the camera, he's like, Punk, they're booing you. And obviously not. But yeah, he's like, this is not a joke. I'm a spotlight junkie. I've been doing this forever, just like you. When I come through the curtain, that's my fix. Yada, yada, yada. And he's like, I know you've been busy online, but, night one at WrestleMania, I'm going to take the biggest star in Hollywood and his side bitch, and on night two, the biggest light possible will be shining down on us and the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Drew's like, oh, all hail our savior then. He says this is what he wants. He wants the passion. He wanted him to be focused on their match. He's like, you've turned that title into the workhorse championship, which is not true. And he had him until he mentioned The Rock. He's like, why does Rock have to be the reason you're getting the spotlight and not because of their match? And he said all he cares is Seth makes it to WrestleMania. He's like, if you can't walk, I'll carry you down because I'm going to get the moment, not that I deserve, but that I earned. And then Seth's like, oh, there it is. You want the spotlight just as bad as I do. You're an addict too. You won at WrestleMania in an empty warehouse, and all we've been hearing is how that's not good enough, and how you deserve better, or you deserve more, or whatever. And then when everyone came back, when the lights came back on, you fumbled the ball.
Yep.
The difference is Seth shines, he doesn't, and now at WrestleMania 40, the lights are going to be as bright as they've ever been. And Drew is going to find out that he's not as good as he thinks he is, and then Seth leaves the ring. Any comments on that, or?
No.
Okay.
I just thought
I
texted you. I was like, "Holy shit, that was fire!" It left me speechless.
Back and forth promo for sure, and it kind of felt like it started to build that storyline of actually Seth paying attention.
Yep, for sure.
So then we get the New Day versus Otis and Akira Tozawa. New Day wins that. Don't remember much from it. Go to commercial. And then this is another one of those where Cody and Seth are backstage. Seth looks at Cody, says one-on-one, and Cody says one-on-one, and walks away. That was it. And then we get the last woman standing match, which that match was actually really, really good. I thought there were multiple points where Nia was actually going to win that match, and he didn't. Or he didn't. She didn't, sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Shut up. You're a douche. Shut up. Yeah, there was a lot of points where Becky got up at the 8-9 count, and there was even one point where Becky was down for the 9 count, and she rolled out of the ring to get to her feet. I was like, damn. A lot of weapons involved, multiple tables involved, obviously a ladder involved, but the ending was pretty sick. Becky hitting the leg drop through the announce table to keep Nia down for the 10 count. And when I tell you she didn't move, she did not move, and I thought she was dead. I was like, how does someone take that and not die? Really good match. It was like about a 20-25 minute match. A lot of back and forth, a lot of weapons. Really, really good for a last woman standing match. And then as Becky wins, Rhea Ripley's music hits. She comes out, gets in Becky's face. And that was Raw. So.
That was a pretty good episode. I just didn't watch the last match because I was so fucking tired for some reason, and I just
I was falling asleep at one point. I don't remember what point it was, but I did not feel good. I had actually gotten sick later that night. Yeah, I wasn't feeling great towards the end of the night at work. And then I came home, couldn't sleep, and eventually ended up getting sick. So that night and yesterday were not a fun day for me. But we good. We ball.
For sure.
Because I'm feeling good now. So we aight. Only yacked once, so that's a good sign.
Damn, bro. This is our longest episode, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's why I tried to speed through the end of Raw, because I realized how far we're going, and I know you got to go to work soon, so.
Alright, if you guys are new to the channel, drop a sub. Also, comment if you liked anything we talked about. Our link tree is in the description. You can find us on all platforms. TikTok,
YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify when this kid decides to eventually post those episodes, the week after. We are also on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But again, like you said, Linktree has all our links. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching us on YouTube. Share this with your friends. If you're listening to us on Apple or Spotify, follow us or whatever the button or word is over there. And then go to our socials. We're trying to grow more on those.
TikTok's getting banned soon, so.
Yeah, that's that. But we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna try to start posting some more. Obviously, with WrestleMania coming up, I think we're gonna we'll probably be together, so we can definitely post some, like at least a TikTok or a couple Saturday and Sunday or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna come Sunday because I have to work Sunday like morning, afternoonish. I probably still could because I'll be out in time. Like I could go home, change, and still make it to your house again if I wanted to.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I might not. I don't know.
But yeah, WrestleMania season. We are fucking hyped. The card's looking great.
Sure. I think we've got a good WrestleMania up ahead.
For sure.
Obviously, I feel like going into this part of life, like, we're not going to see The Undertaker anymore. And I'm kind of hoping that WWE finds a way to build, something to The Undertaker's kind of like, obviously no one's ever going to repeat what he did, but just to kind of fill. And obviously we could have had someone, but unfortunately he passed away.
Yeah.
But just that entity of darkness or in domination at WrestleMania, like we're not getting that anymore, which is gonna suck. But that's part of life. Hopefully we can just see the rest of the roster continue to put on a good show and go from there. But again, make sure you guys are all following on all of our platforms. We're trying to continue to grow over there. Obviously not posting a ton, but we're working on it. And we will see you guys in episode 11 next week. Peace out.
See ya.